Hi, and welcome to ATA with Real Talk with Tina, April, and I'm Angel. We are going to talk today about our baby steps that we need to have to be debt free and financially independent. So let's get started with that. What is the first thing we need to do in that baby step, Tina? What's the first thing we need to do?
Okay, let's talk, you guys. First of all, welcome. We're so glad you guys are here with us again this week. Listen, you got to change your mindset first, right? You have to make a decision that today is the day that I'm going to do something different. And I think that to have what most people don't, you have to do what most people won't,
Mhm.
right? And that's whether you're starting a diet or whether you're taking control of your finances. And so the first thing that we're going to talk about in the baby steps today is just getting that beginner emergency fund. Now, maybe you're 5 steps ahead of us already. That's okay. But today I want to talk to the girl who's like, I don't even know where to start. My finances are a mess, right? I'm living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. Okay. I'm broke. The fastest way to fix broke is to go to work, right? We're going to talk about that, but we're going to give you some practical things that you can do to start that baby emergency fund. And why do you need one? You need a beginner emergency fund of $1,000. And you need it because, life's going to happen. You're going to have a flat tire. The air conditioner might go out. The microwave may go out. The stove might go out. Who knows? If you live in the South, guess what? Y'all know what season it is. Hurricane season. It is here. I'm stocked up with supplies. All right. So, April, what say you?
You know what? I totally agree. A beginner of, $1,000 fund is you did say $1,000, right?
$1,000. How are we getting there?
And I know how overwhelming that can be. I've been there. I mean, we already talked about what kind of debt, I was in at one point, and $1,000. Somebody told me you need to start $1,000 fund. I'd have been like, yeah, and I'm going to be flying tomorrow, also, with my own little wings. So, but you can make adjustments, and to me, one of the first steps. How do y'all feel about the first step being a budget?
Mm-hmm.
Sitting down, and just like if you wanted to go on a diet, one of the first things they tell you to do is to start a journal of what
Yeah.
you're eating.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Do you even know what you're spending? I know when I carry cash, it's harder for me to keep track of what I'm spending.
Right.
So, but balance that out and write down every penny you spend. Look at your bills, write that out, make yourself a budget. It's like making yourself a diet plan. Money in, money out. What is the money that's already going out? Do you know? And then keep track of those little incidentals where, oh, I ran into 7-Eleven or whatever and got a giant Slurpee. I don't know. Whatever you do, whatever you are. Do you? You know,
Absolutely.
but keep track of all that. And that to me is a great place to start because sometimes it's the reality of seeing it on paper. What do you think, Angel?
No, I think that is a great place to start. And one of the things, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but popping up, do you have like subscriptions that you're paying for that you don't need? Or
Mm.
do you have like are you paying for Netflix, Hulu, blah, 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 all those things like we only really need one, right? Um, so I think some of those things, like we didn't have that when we were doing our budgets years ago and started, right? There wasn't a Starbucks, okay? There wasn't a Starbucks that we were spending money on, but we may have been going through the drive-through for breakfast every morning or picking up a drive-through, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but nowadays that's everyone's life, right? And so when you look at that and you just go, okay, I'm going to make my own coffee at home, okay? You save a lot of money doing that. That's like one of the things that you really can. I think we figured out Starbucks is like the average $5. So if you stopped every day for Starbucks, $150. Like you could start right there, right? And The other thing is that I think that people spend money on, like you were talking about, like running into 7-Eleven or running into, getting the latest thing. You guys, we have fabulous Goodwill stores.
Oh, that's the GW boutique.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. We have, like, you don't have to have the brand new, and you don't have to pay full price. And, yeah, we need clothes. Yeah, we need shoes. We need all of those things, but you don't have to have the latest and the greatest. Okay. And a lot of the billionaires I watch and millionaires I watch, you wouldn't know they were.
That's right. The Millionaire Next Door, right?
Yeah, they're not flashy.
Yeah.
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 You don't have to be flashy. Who are you trying to impress?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think it's easier as you get a little older. You're like, I don't need to impress anybody, I mean, and that's kind of where we're at is, but I was never a name brand kind of girl. But if you're going to go to, thrift stores or of, Goodwill, GW. Yeah. Go to a nice part of town.
Yeah. I call it socioeconomically advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the socioeconomically advanced. I used to live in Dallas, and there was a really awesome Goodwill right in the area where all the Dallas Cowboys lived, all the football players. Mm-hmm. And they had the best stuff at their Goodwill. So, y'all, we're buying things that we can't afford to impress people we don't even like. Okay. So it happens. All right. So if you need a plan, right, to get your $1,000 emergency fund, y'all, an extra job, do something that you can have passive income with, right, Angel?
Yeah. That's how we got out of debt years ago. I started a passive income business.
Yeah, absolutely. You can deliver pizzas. Doesn't matter. Y'all, they always need pizza delivery drivers. Passive income in like a network marketing business, it could be a lot more fun. I mean, you can ask us. I'm just saying, it's a lot more fun. But the fastest way to not be broke is to go to work. The fastest way to fix broke is to go to work. So that baby emergency fund of $1,000, stop everything else, start that emergency fund, that baby emergency fund, because we know stuff's going to happen.
Yep. When you least expect it.
It truly, truly is. I saw a statistic the other day, and I wrote this down because I knew we were going to do this recording, and it said that if you save $27 a day, that you at the end of the year would have $10,000. So think about what other job or current job you're working at right now where you could bring in an extra $27 a day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, that put it down in like baby-sized, bite-sized pieces. Sometimes we get the cart before the horse, right? And so it may take you 90 days to get that $1,000 fund because of your situation, right? So that's step one. But next year from now, you could be in a much better place.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, we hope, and gentlemen, whoever's watching, I guess we should limit it just to the ladies, huh? But we hope that this helps you today. Next week, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about some more of the baby steps. But today we wanted to talk about just that initial emergency fund, because y'all, we know that there are about 59% of Americans who are one paycheck away from homelessness. Okay. One paycheck away from like one dire straight situation can create financial havoc in your household. And so we don't want that for you. And whenever things happen, we don't want the first thing for you to do is to go grab for plastic, right? Or to get a loan, right? Because we say, oh, we can afford it because we can make the payment. But what we don't think about is the risk involved, right? So what happens if we can afford it? We can afford the truck note, the car note. Did y'all know like the average car payment in America is $500 plus insurance? So most people are paying $600 and $700 a month to drive a car.
Yeah, that's not worth the value of it when you drive it off the lot.
Right. So We could get on the soapbox on that and so much more, but come back next week. We're going to talk about the rest of some more of the baby steps.
Yep.
And we hope that'll help you.
So on that note, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you know someone that this episode might be good for, that they need to hear this, please share us with them. And we'll see y'all next week. And until then, remember that you are powerful.
And you are beautiful.
And you are enough just the way you are.
Have a great week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.